Georgie is the most incredible player. I've played with her for many, many years, even before Saracens, so we go way back. And when I knew she was moving to Saracens, I was ecstatic knowing that I was going to get a chance to play with her again, and it's just been brilliant. Obviously she's got a great rugby head on her, so she's a fantastic leader. She's very, very knowledgeable, but she's also just one of those players that says it too straight, that she doesn't dance around the subject. She's just such an honest player, and a team needs that. For me, like, if I do something stupid on the pitch, first thing I'm thinking is, Georgie's going to tell me off, which is a good thing. I think it's important that everybody on the team, whether you're new or been here for 17 years, you've got someone like that to keep us in line.
The contribution that she's made to the wider game of rugby is probably, again, it's something that's underestimated and probably underappreciated by some people out there, to play as many times as she had for England. I first came across her when she was playing at Lichfield, and she was feisty, nuggety, aggressive. She came to Saracens towards the end of my kind of first involvement, and you could see that there's still a player in there and still a competitive beast. The one thing that I'd say about her, she's probably the most competitive person you can imagine. I think you can see the way that she performed. There was a lot of pressure on her from Emma Soros, from Eloise. We had a lot of competition from Jade coming in as well. And week in, week out, she pushed her performance. She made those players better, but she also kept a real quality level performance herself.
My first experience of Georgie was playing against her, but then I did start playing alongside her when I was in an England shirt. So I think I was playing for England A at the time, and she was the most terrifying person in the world. Like, on the bus, when you're like one of the new kids on the block, she was sat at the back of the bus with Kim Oliver, and you were just like waiting, like, to hear your name being shouted. You just knew something was coming your way. But no, obviously a few years down the line, getting to wear a black or red shirt with her, she's like super competitive. Definitely someone that you want on your team. She knows the game in and out, and it's been a real pleasure, like, to take the field with her and learn from her.
Yeah, no, it's been brilliant having her. I've been so lucky that since I've been playing for Saracens, that she's been playing too, I've never had to play against her, which I think I'm really lucky to be able to say, because hearing from the player that she's like, she's a bit of a nightmare to play against. She's a great leader as well. So as captain, it's been absolutely amazing, her, especially being on the wing, that she's been right there in the middle, kind of dictating things and telling the forwards where to go, and kind of giving them a bit of dip if they're not doing the right things. She's got a very calm head as well, so little things like that big Loughborough game that we had towards the end of the season. We only had, I think, about a minute and a half left of the game to score a try, but she was not fazed at all. She was saying, we can do this, kept that calm head, and it's things like that kind of credit to her. She's an asset to the team.
For me, it was her ability to manage games at key moments, under the pressure. That was probably a point of difference towards the back end of her career. The skill set underpinning of it was strong, but the ability to manage the game effectively and understand what was needed when, that was probably the big difference, yeah.
You'll never look over to Georgie and see that she's lost it. She knows exactly, what she's doing and what we need to be doing at the exact time on the pitch. So I think in some of those really sticky moments through the season, where it could have easily slipped the wrong way, I think having someone in that position at 9 with that calm head, not losing it, was really instrumental to how we got on.
She trains hard, she works hard, she pushes her body to the limits. She's had a few injuries, but you wouldn't know it. She has worked exceptionally hard to get back onto the pitch, but she also knows how to have a good party, and that's what she'll be well known for. She introduced gin and cheese bus. It became a bit of a tradition for away matches that there'd be a lot of gin and a lot of cheese, so she's a classy lady.
Yeah, she's always kind of keen for a great night. You're always going to have fun. She's always going to be the person that I'm looking at going, oh no, what's she going to do next? She's going to cause some trouble somewhere, and she always does, but it's always funny.
It's just been an absolute pleasure having her, and we're going to really miss, I'm going to really miss her. Like, she's good fun, she's a good laugh, but I'm going to miss that honesty that she brings to the team.